meantime, let's talk about disability persons living with hearing impairment. The Ghana National Association of the Deaf will be 50 years in May, and that date also coincides with the World Federation of the Deaf Board Conference, which will be held in Ghana. It is aimed at raising awareness about the challenges faced by those who have hearing impairment. We're joined in the studio now by the National Secretary of the Association of the Deaf, Matthew Kubacha. He's accompanied by an interpreter, Robert Frimpong Manso. Let's first talk about the journey so far. You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay. So how hard is it living in Ghana as someone with hearing impairment? Okay.
I will first thank you and, for this beautiful question.
Okay.
Deaf living in this country, our challenges is numerous. First, accessing healthcare is a little bit challenge. Then education, getting a good education. After education, employment. Then the next is social participation. We are challenged with these issues. And to say further, on health, a lot of deaf people refuse even to attend to hospitals when they are sick, because when they go, communication becomes a challenge.
So the nurses and the doctors don't understand what they're telling them when they get to the hospital?
Never.
What do they think can be done that will make their lives easier in the country?
To make our life easier in the country, first, we need the service of sign language interpreters. If sign language interpreters are there, then anywhere we go, we'll be able to face
and express yourself.
Yeah, and express ourselves. Yeah.
Let's talk about the conference. How is the conference going to address some of the challenges they face?
Now, luckily enough, World Federation of the Deaf, this year they are having their conference in Ghana, and they've been in a lot of countries.
Okay.
Now, when they come, they are going to meet a lot of stakeholders, and they will present to them some of our challenges. And I believe through their effort, some of our challenges will be solved.
When is the conference and where?
To start May 5th to 13th.
5th May to 13th, and where?
But in May, we are also luckily celebrating our 50th anniversary.
Right.
That's the Deaf Association when it was established. So we will start it, we launch it in May, then we climax it in November.
Okay.
Yeah.
But where is the conference?
We are trying to have it at the International Conference Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And who is going to be there? Who can come? Is it only persons who have hearing impairment?
It's open to the public.
It's open to the public.
Whoever wants to come is welcome.
Does he have any final words?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the final words?
I will would like the general public to support us because of this conference and our celebration that we are having. We have sent a lot of letters seeking for a little bit support, sponsorship. So whoever has gotten our letter, please do what he can to contribute a letter. So whoever has gotten our letter, please should do
respond to the letter. So the Federation for the Persons Living with Disability, or the Association of the Deaf, they sent out some letters of seeking sponsorship from some corporate organizations. So if you received any of those letters, why don't you honor the letter? They're waiting on you. Let me finally ask how hard it is to find jobs. Does he work?
This is a nice question. Finding job in this country, it isn't easy at all, because a lot of businessmen they think deaf you cannot work, you can't perform, but we can equally work harder.
What kind of work can you do?
I would say any work we are able to. We say deaf, you can do as the hearing people do. Just that we cannot hear, but we can do a lot of things.
Okay.
Anything. Yeah.
What if you were talking to the president about finding jobs? What would he say?
What I want to plead with my president is to try to employ deaf students or deaf teachers in the school for the deaf to teach, because a lot of deaf students have able to completed schools, but they are
there's no job.
No job for them. About 120 of them.
Okay.
Now, school for the deaf, they are deaf, but Ghana Education Service employ hearing teachers, and they find it harder to teach in sign language.
Because they can hear.
They can hear and they don't know the sign language.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the he's saying something?
So that's why I'm pleading with the president of GES to place our deaf students who have completed training colleges in the school for the deaf, so that they will be in assistance.
Okay. Mr. Frimpong-Mansah, thank you very much for the explanation, for the interpretation. Mr. Frimpong-Mansah here, you know him on GTV. He's a sign language expert. Hopefully, I'll better my skills of sign language sometime and be able to communicate. But he's helped us to have this conversation. Mr. Kubacha here is with the Association of the Deaf. They're having the conference on the 5th of May through to the 13th of May. In the meantime, they are asking for help. They said it's difficult to find jobs, it's difficult to go to the hospital, it's difficult to have any meaningful lifestyle, and they need help. Calling on the president to employ more teachers who are also deaf, so they can communicate easily with a student of the School for the Deaf. Thank you very much for coming, gentlemen.
Thank you.
There you go.